Hello, and welcome to Lando, Calrissian, and Starcave of ThonBoka, or something like that. I don't know how you say it. That's how I read it. So, no pants anymore, because I live in California, and it went from being like 60 and 70 degrees every day, to being like 90 in like one day. So it's getting pretty hot, but it's okay because I can't say the word, but according to recent studies, it's showing promise that heat helps get rid of this virus. So that's good. Then I can all get back to work. I have to go find a new job because I got let go because of this. Anyway, separate thing. This is my favorite one out of all three of these. I like the other two. They're good. But this one takes all the plot elements from the first and second one, and it all comes together really well. Learn about Vufi Ra. I'm not going to tell you what's up with Vufi Ra and the backstory. You're going to have to read it to find out. A guy that showed up at the end of the second book is a big part of this book, and he has this whole thing against Vufi Ra. The bad guy that's been a consistent thread through all three is here yet again. And he will get defeated in this one, so that is good. And then we have this new interesting species type thing that Lando and Vufi are going to help. And now I have the timeline sort of figured out, because Vufi Ra will be departing from Lando's side at the end of this one. So the way it would have to go, if you're reading these in chronological order, which I tried to do, but I hadn't read these before, so you would go Han Solo by A.C. Crispin, Paradise Snare. Then you'd go to the first two books in this trilogy of Lando Calrissian by L. Neil Smith. Then you'd go back to the A.C. Crispin trilogy, read the Hutt's Gambit. Then you'd go and read the final book in this trilogy. And then you'd go and read the Han Solo trilogy from the 80s, which I'll be getting to next. And then you'd finish with Rebel Dawn. And then that's, then any other Legends books might be in between those and whatever, but for just Lando and Han, that would be the order you read it. Yeah, again, it's relatively short. I don't want to give you too much. There is a bit more action, which is fun. I love Vufi Ra and Lando's whole relationship. It's wonderful. Love it. It's good writing. And I think Vufi Ra has to be one of my favorite, droid-like characters. It's also, his design's unique, because at first, it didn't describe him this way, but for some reason, there's that one Clone Wars episode with Cod Bane. There's that little droid dude, and for some reason I imagined Vufi like that, but that's not what he looks like. He's like a table with legs, and he can make himself stand upright or crawl or whatever. It's weird, but it's also interesting. It's a different type of thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, if I tell you more, then what's the point of reading it? So, oh yeah, and it was cool, because, at the end, Vufi Ra's Lando's like, well, when you're done doing your thing, how are you gonna come find me? Because I don't exactly have a set place. And he's like, Vufi Ra's like, don't worry about it. I'll just go look to where the most trouble's going on, and I'll find you there. And he's like, no, I'm gonna settle down. And I don't remember what was said. but implied something about him, like, getting a city. Like, Cloud City. But, I don't know. But, overall, this trilogy was really good. I enjoyed it. It was fun. And I recommend it. Sorry for making you look at my hairy legs. But yeah. Read it. It's $7. If you're bored, you like Star Wars, like Lando. Now there are some weird elements, like there's a whole mystical element thing, which, I mean, it's not unprecedented. We have the Force, but just considering what we've seen, we have the Night Sisters, and then we have the Force, how it's usually used, and then you have like KOTOR with Darth, not Malik, the one that, like, his body is all like white, but it's got like cracks in it. Forget that guy's name, but he used the Force slightly differently. Same thing with Darth Nihilus, but he was like a whole different entity. So, but yeah, so it's just an interesting, weird thing, especially since it was made in the 80s. So we didn't have like an explicit, this is what Star Wars is. So this story was a bit more out there. Like, we have these, like, again, this is not how I described it, but I imagine like jellyfish in space, like not on a planet, like they just live in space. I don't know, it was weird, but it's the 80s, so it's cool, bro. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to get to the Han Solo trilogy though, because Han Solo is my favorite, and more Han Solo is good. So look forward to that in the next video. And as always, Legends is superior. Legends is my headcanon, because Disney cannot dictate to me what I can believe is canon and what I can't. You know what I'll say? I'll say that Luke Skywalker dreamt the trilogy we got, and that it never actually happened. That's my headcanon. Yeah. So anyway, I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.